Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man 3 for the Game Boy. In the last episode, we beat Shadow Man and Spark Man. What's really funny is that we had to use a Gemini laser to beat Shadow Man, which is not what happened in the NES game at all, because in that game we had to use Top Spin. I guess that couldn't be helped, because Top Man was in Mega Man 2 on the Game Boy. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and play Dr. Wily's stage, because it's staring us right in the face, and I might as well go to it. And, what do you know, it's the usual run-of-the-mill Dr. Wily Castle. Mega Man teleports in, Mega Man teleports out, and then we need to do things. Such as jump from one platform to another, jump on this, jump off immediately to the right. I know you're going to disappear on me, so you better not. Yeah. That platform that looks like a capsule with wheels, you need to jump off it almost immediately, because it will open up and drop you down if you don't. Also, Wily teleport system too. Anyway, let's do this. A giant Susie. I am going to blast away at this thing with a Mega Buster. And also use an energy can that I don't feel like using just to take this thing out. This thing gets faster the longer the battle goes and the more damage you do. But thankfully, when you beat this thing, you get a large energy pickup, which isn't going to matter much, because you're just going to take this teleporter immediately once you jump into it, and then you'll get a password. A2, B1, B2, C0, D1. Yeah, again, you only need that energy for one screen, and it has no enemies in it. And now we have 4 new Robot Masters to play around with, or rather, 4 new old Robot Masters. We have Dive Man, Skull Man, Dust Man, and Drill Man. I have to do Dust Man's stage first. I'm going to tell you right now, I do not like the level design for this level at all. Having replayed it 6 whole times, because that's how many times I died. Like, I don't even remember how I got through this the one time I beat this game. And I'm going to tell you right now, whoever thought that the level design for Dustman Stage should be the way that it is, needs to be dragged out into the street and shot. To quote Garfield the cat. Anyway, we need to slide over here, take out some Mets. They will jump at us. That thing will pop out of the pit. We need to take care of it. We got a shield robot. 1 charge, 1 lemon. That'll kill it. Now we need to go down. And I tried to take care of that Met on the way down, but I couldn't do it. Slide down here. Make sure we jump off the edge if we're taking care of that. Take the high road. Thankfully, you can always drop straight down from the left if you don't think you're going to make it without getting hit by an enemy. Now it's time to drop down here. And as long as you stay to the right of that little wall over there, you'll get that Met to jump at you. Shoot the Met on the left, on the upper level first. Jump over the 3-way shot of the lower Met, then take it out once it rears its head again. And from here, we have this thing. As long as you can shoot 2 charge shots at that thing, you should have no problem. And if you do get hit by it, get to the right immediately. Like so. Just go, go, go. Take the ladder. Don't even fight that thing. Now when you jump to the left, like that, you'll get the twirling Met that starts spinning around and shooting 3 fireballs at you. Thankfully, it stays vulnerable long enough for you to just let loose a charge shot on it. Now for this thing, just stay on the edge. The first one will come at you. Charge your shot so you can take care of the second one as soon as you get to it. Be careful not to get at the top of the ladder when the shield robot here is above you. And I mean directly above you. And now for this area. You definitely will be remembering this from the NES version of Mega Man 4. Don't get crushed. Destroy the blocks. Now, if they're of the higher height, you won't get crushed. If they're of the lower height, you will. Be ready to take out the Metars when you need to. And I need to take care of that block. Now here's what you need to do. Take care of many of those blocks as possible, and then get back. Thankfully, the blocks will stay destroyed. From there, you can you can clear a path on the second pass. I'm really trying to find the words right now. I'm just trying to concentrate on beating this stage, hopefully as quickly as possible as I do this. Now, thankfully, this part is a little simpler. Careful dropping straight down so that way you don't land on the shield robot. And this is kind of the moment of truth. Make it jump over these spikes. Get past that. You may have to take damage just to get over to here. That's okay. And we may have to fight more than one of these things. For those two platforms that I just jumped over after that pit, just to get to here, you need Mega Man's quote-unquote right foot hovering over the pit and his quote-unquote left foot on the platform. From there, hold right and jump. Immediately. 9 times out of 10, you usually make it. You need to make sure that you're doing that so that way you can ensure you're on the edge and you can make those jumps. And there's going to be another another shield robot up here. Use Rush Coil. Walk off the ledge. Hold left. Do it again. Switch back to the arm cannon. Take care of this thing. I was hoping to get health, but oh well. There's another shield robot here. Take care of it. No. You want to get Rush here to as close to the middle as possible. And from here, you want to face right. And then you can use Rush Coil again to get to the ladder. As much as I would like to grab that... Okay. As soon as you grab that energy, hold left on the D-pad like your life depends on it. From here, Rush Coil again. If you get hit by this thing, go. And I hate to do this. I really hate to do this. I'm gonna do it. I didn't want to do this, but I don't feel like continuing all the way back from the block shooting part ever again. I'm gonna take the right path. The right path makes it easier to avoid all of the Mets. Like so. And when this guy rears his head, you can shoot him. Jump here. Rush Coil. Do the whole walking off the edge thing. Slide in. But immediately make your way back so that way that shield robot doesn't hit you. I just decided to, you know what? Forget it. I'm not even going to fight that thing. Now it's time to fight Dustman. you will need the arm cannon and fully charged shots at that to beat him. If he tries to suck you in, keep your distance. When he jumps around, that's when he's vulnerable. Watch his little vacuum so that when you'll know when he's going to shoot the little projectiles. He will shoot them from time to time. If he does shoot a projectile, you can just stay all the way to the side and jump straight up. And if you time your jump, the projectiles won't even hit you. Not even the little remnants of it. Well, I didn't time it right like I should. And if he jumps, be ready to slide. I shouldn't have been able to do this like I did. Because that took me 6 tries to do on the practice run. Anyway, we get the Dust Crusher and Rush Jet. Yes, you have to beat Dustman to get the Rush Jet. You can't beat any other stage. You have to beat Dustman. And Dust Crusher, well, it's the same dust projectile that Dustman shoots at you. Works the same way. If it hits anything, it splits into 4 pieces of shrapnel that travel diagonally. Password is A2, A3, B3, C0, and C3. I've left this password on long enough. Let's press A. Let's go to Skullman. Let's pretend almost that Dustman stage never happened. Now, Skullman stage took a little less doing trying to figure out. Get your weapons charged. That way you can take care of the cannons and the bouncing balls. The little floating guys with the spikes on the top and bottom, much easier to deal with. They just fly at you very slowly. That's all they do. And these cannons, best taken out with a fully charged arm cannon shot. There's the bat, much like the ones from Woodman stage. They go down in 2 lemons, 1 fully charged shot. The Skull Joes will throw bones at you. If you hit them with a normal shot, they will fall down. But if you hit them with a charged shot, you won't have to deal with them anymore. And that's most, if not all, of the enemies for this stage. Oh, and those little ribcage looking things down there are spikes. Don't touch them. Obviously. And, oh yeah, worms. They'll drop down at certain points from the ceiling. Thankfully, it's pretty easy to figure out where they're going to drop in from. Sometimes. With enough level of memorization, you can figure out where they're going to drop in from. Like, right there, I pretty much knew that that worm was going to be there. And, of course, the shield robots come back. I do not like the shield robots. They were bad enough in Dustman stage. They show up again here. I'll tolerate this. Now, thankfully, you can make this jump. And this jump. And this jump. I need that E-Tank. I'm going to show you how to get it. I mean, because I'm going to need it after the bull stink that was Dustman stage. Stand here. Face left. Bust out Rush Jet. Press B. Jump on Rush. Energy tank gets. And of course, enemies will respawn, but that shouldn't be much of a problem now, should it? Time to go further up. Is there another? No, okay. Now these things, they just kind of shoot upwards at a 45-degree angle. Thankfully, the shots do not home. Also, fully charged shots work like a charm. Drop down here. Shield robot, that's why. And there's a worm right before that ladder. Be careful. Another Skull Joe. We can take him out super quickly. And down here. You know, if we had Drill Man's weapon, we'd be able to blow that wall up, but we can't. So there. And I could make that jump. I don't trust my abilities. So I'm just going to use Rush Coil. Now be careful, because if you've answered right, there will be a worm. If we had Drill Man's weapon, we'd be able to blow a path to the left, but thankfully, this part isn't so difficult. Just make sure you don't go to the left after you drop down the right side. That way you don't get hit by a Skull Joe. Jump up and make the charge shot to get rid of that guy. Be ready to take care of this guy too. There's going to be a lot of these flying enemies. And you want to drop down here. That way you can get to this guy. Fair enough. Yeah, there's going to be a flying guy and a Skull Joe right here at the door to Skull Man. And it is possible to be hit by the flying robot and knocked into the pit below. You do not want that. Also, we are equipping Dustman's weapon, because that is what Skullman is weak against. Now, what is he going to do? Well, if I do nothing, he does nothing. Now, if he jumps, he's going to use the shield. Keep that in mind. Thankfully, the shield goes away after a short amount of time. And thankfully, I did not need an energy tank, especially the one that I just got to beat him. He may jump onto you, but thankfully he's not as annoying as Dustman is. I mean, Dustman is still doable. It's just that his level makes him harder because you went through so much just to get to him. And by beating Skullman, we get the Skull Barrier. That's the same shield that Skullman used. At least when you use it, you can move. Skull Barrier obviously will protect you against an attack if you use it. Password is A1, B3, C2, C3, D3. And I'm going to get a drink of tea because I desperately need it. Well, not really, but I'm going to need like a whole cup of tea after that. Right. A button. Alright. So we've gotten past Dr. Wily stage, and we have beaten Dustman and his diabolical level, and Skullman. We have 2 more Robot Masters to go, but that will have to wait until the next video. So, join me then, why don't you? Until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!